everyone, we have this reading here today, then and now, for your friends, okay? So we got 4 piles here. Pile 1 is the sanitizer, pile 2 is the deodorant, pile 3 are the blades, and pile 4 are the coins, okay? I'll see you on the other side. Pickapile.com, aceofchalices.net. Later. Hi everyone, this is going to be your reading here for how do your friends see you then and now? How did they see you then? How did they see you now? Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. And if there's something you must know, I will do all of the ones in the series, not just the one you voted first, okay guys? But we'll spread them out, you know? You'll see them pop up here and there. Let's go. Pile 1, the sanitizer, okay? How did your friends see you then? We're gonna look at that first. Then we're gonna see how do they see you now, right? How did they see my pile 1 then? How did their friends see them then? Okay, pile 1. Please excuse the bagging. Alright, pile 1. Okay, I'm seeing here that your friends may have found you to be very tumultuous. Maybe you're very outspoken. They see that a lot of drama. Back then, they felt like a lot of drama has surrounded you around your love life. Maybe that always used to be the topic of discussion whenever you were to hang out, you and your friends. They did see you as someone who was a very vivid dreamer though. You romanticized all of your dreams and you accomplished them as well. They saw you as someone that would always accomplish their dreams. They believed in you, but one part of them is that maybe around the time of your breakup, maybe you had a big separation once. It could have happened in May. They felt like you were cutting everybody off. You took it out on them. Some of your friends saw it as problematic or something. They felt like you're fighting with everybody, but I'm seeing that you just felt like you had to get some distance to go towards your wheel of fortune here, I'm seeing. And I'm seeing you have found it. I feel like your friends have felt like you had to cut a lot of things out of your life. They always saw you as very logical and analytical. You were someone who always helped them with their problems, but I feel like the thing that stood out to them a lot was sometimes when you would vent about your love life. That seems to be the thing mainly you would vent about. There was a lot of drama surrounding you. But your friends did love you. They held you in a very high regard throughout the whole time you've known them. Tap at the tower, please. They feel that you were the life of the party. You always got things started. I feel like they had a lot of fun on your dime as well. Maybe they've seen you as someone that your attitude pushed the people away. Sometimes if the friends that have drifted from you may feel like, oh, it's because you cheated or you... I'm not saying you did that, but they make up stories. Some of the people you're not friends with anymore say that, oh, you must have cheated or you did something, that they blame it on you sometimes. Like the friends of yours that want to make you look like the bad guy use that excuse. They try to say it's your fault, something happened, or you made your own problems. It's really fucked up. The height of them having issues with you, that's what they would say. Some of your friends think that you're the most attractive out of the group. They thought you were the best friend to drink with, honestly. A lot of them pride themselves on how smart you are. Like, it's like one of the things that stood out about the friendship. A lot of them knew you were gonna get your dreams, but they felt like a very chaotic. The first card was the tower. You shock people with the truth. It's like you've always been honest even before you may have found tarot and stuff, but people would distance themselves from you because of how dangerous it could be, like to associate themselves with you, because it's very like you would mess up the mood for everyone on purpose. Like not the mood for every of your friends, but let's say you're in a classroom and your friends are from the same class. We're all from the same class, but because of something you got into with someone who is popular in the class, maybe now, oh, the popular kids hate all of us because they hate you, right? I mean, they don't hate you, but since you fought with their leader, now by association, now your problems are our problems. Some of them have that criticism of you, but they won't say, right? A lot of them wish you hadn't left. I feel like you left for a different job or a different school. different place, and you're stable now, so they watch you there. Okay, now this is what they used to think of you then, right? So you were the party person, everyone loved to hang around you. They just felt like you got into some trouble over your relationship, or you caused troubles for them. They found all the times you guys drank together was really fun, it was really magical, they loved it. And they had a high opinion of you chasing your dreams. They always saw you as a big dreamer, and they felt like that you would get it. You seemed also, at that time, you were also the happier one out of the group, because you didn't let other people spill your cup out. The biggest threat to you spilling your cup out was your ex. I'm seeing that relationship ended. It was really bad for you, it was really tough for you, but you charged on to the next objective. Okay, pile one? So let's see. That's what they thought of you then. What do they think of you now? Let's see. Pile one. What do my pile one's friends think of them now? Ten of Pentacles. You went from the Nine of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles. Everything you said you'll get it. You may have moved on to a new relationship, or you're about to soon. They feel like you're ahead of your career right now with the Queen of Swords and Nine of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. They feel like they're left out of your life now. You're not speaking to them right now. They have a very distance from you, because you just don't jive with the same things they do now anymore. It's just you drifted apart based on your occupation. What keeps you occupied is not the same thing that keeps them occupied. I'm seeing you're loving your business, you're loving your job, you have a life outside of your relationship now, but your relationship is also blooming. I feel like you keep your life steady with the iron fist. You keep things developing with the Strength and the Emperor and the King of Cups. I feel like it's hard to get you to talk, but you do have space of love for them. You just want to you just keep your distance out of respect, you know. I'm like it's like I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life, don't tell me how to live my life kind of thing. And I see you keep that distance and you create. They're really looking up to you now. I feel like you guys are different social classes now, like completely. Seven of Cups. They're confused about you though. They don't know like what else is going on in your mind. You're someone they don't recognize anymore. Ten of Swords. You've ended it with some of them, and some of them are just in their head about where you've moved on to. The Chariot and the Seven of Cups. They wonder about you. What are you doing? They're bored without you. They still like to party, but I feel like you left the scene behind to focus on your work and the world. Maybe you do something online. Maybe you have like an online store. You deal with e-commerce here. Or something that has to do with a lot of people seeing it. Could be YouTube. You may have merch. Or you may also dabble in addictions here. Maybe you sell alcohol. Some of you sell alcohol. What are your friends thinking of you now? They're still thinking you look good. You look just as good as you were when you were young. And some of them are very envious of that still. Like, wow, she's still the prettiest of us, huh? Oh, wow. Oh, they're still the prettiest. This is their judgment. This is how they think of you now. All right, pile one. I love you. I'll see you guys on the next one, right? Bye. Pile two. This is going to be your reading here for how did your friends see you then and how did they see you now? Those of you who choose Leo. Pile two. Pile two, see them, friends see them then, and how do they see them now? How did they see them then, and how do they see them now? Ace of Pentacles. The Strength. The Five of Cups. Two of Swords. The Moon. Three of Pentacles. Okay. I see that your friends may have seen you like go through a lot of different jobs in the past. You've always like pulled yourself together despite having a lot of hardships in your life concerning money. They see you as very loyal, very strong, very smart with the Justice and the Knight of Pentacles, very dedicated. Some of them would here and there judge your perspective, but your perspective was coming from not having, right? And some level of poverty of awareness, how to develop everything. I'm saying you may have had a big disappointment in your life that caused you to grieve. You maybe had two roads to go down and you went one road. Maybe you had two men or two women in your life and you committed to one. You went down that road and it ended up in regret, a deep regret that left you sad for a very long time, 5 to 8 months, 5 to 8 years. You were very broken about it. You didn't really speak about it, but you were very courteous to your friends. You were holding up your job really well. All of a sudden, like, maybe you had a rough track with jobs, but then you found this one job that really changed things for you, and you helped escape. Your job became escapism for you. Am I making sense? So that's how you began to heal yourself again, and you didn't let it bother you that, you know, things didn't pan out thus far in your life, like at that time. You just kept your head down and you kept it going. You kept developing yourself. I think you were a very conscientious person. You just felt like, man, why did life do this to me? You know, when is it gonna be my turn with the 9 of Cups there over the 3 of Pentacles? You know, it is gonna be my turn one day. I'm just gonna keep working at it. I'm gonna forget this person. 6 of Cups. I'm gonna forget all the good things and bad things about this person. I'm just gonna move and make something happen. I'm gonna keep nurturing myself. I'm gonna put all that thing I put out there, I'm gonna put it to myself. That's what you did, and people seen you bossed up. This is how they thought about you then. They saw you boss up in real time, in front of them. This whole thing happened. Like, maybe you have friends from all the way from childhood, right, Paltu? People saw your decision, which path they took. Everyone saw it, but no one judged you for it. I'm seeing that way strongly. That no one judged you for it. They were supportive of you. They were also sad. They felt your pain. When you were sad, they felt sad. Okay? This is how they saw you then. They saw you as someone very reliable, who always persevered through their problems, their issues. And then there was a big change. Let's see what that change was. That's how they saw you then. How do they see you now? How do they see you now? Okay, I'm seeing those great friends, whatever. I feel like they may have drifted from you. They're seeing you're building on your new perspective. They're seeing you're still figuring things out, but you have a lot more figured out than they do. They're still seeing you very loving, very caring, full of ideas. You keep them to yourself now, though. I'm seeing these people are very stressed. They're very stressed about what you're doing next. They're always watching, they're always waiting. What are you gonna do next? What are you gonna do next? Because people are watching your pockets here, I'm getting, Paltu, in some way. They mean you harm in some way. Maybe old friends from the past try to get into your life now, even though they were good to you then. They're trying to piggyback on the fact that they were, oh, I wasn't bad to you. They're trying to piggyback on the fact that they weren't bad to you to get something from you. You know? Clarify the justice. You have God on your side. Justice clarified by the judgment. You're still the same noble person. But you keep these people at a distance now because you don't want to end up regretting it. You see clearly the sun. You have a happiness. You know that people are coming around you for your mojo, so you keep your mojo on lock. 7 of Wands, you've had to defend yourself from these people. I feel like strongly that it was something they said or something they did was really shady, and now you don't meet up with these people anymore. Something like that. Something they said. Yo, Knight of Swords came out before. I thought the Knight of Swords before when I was looking at the 7 of Wands. So I thought that they said something offensive to you or something that put you on high alert, right? You were just speaking your mind and they were speaking their mind. And some moment of clarity happened where, no, I have to distance myself from these people. Something you said, something you saw that they said, right? You feel like these people always plot on you. Maybe they want to talk about their relationship or they're watching you if you got another relationship. If they want to know who you're dating right now, they're stressing out. If these were ex-friends because they were ex-partners of yours that used to be friends also, they're watching you. They're watching out. 8, 9, and 10 of Swords. These people slowly built up the meter for why you don't hang out with them anymore. And then when I saw that started happening now, that's why it's not a secret to you, right? That why it happened, and you took yourself out of there. You sped off. You're not letting them mess around with your head. You're not letting them mess around with your freedom. I'm seeing 9 of Pentacles. They see you as very abundant right now. You're the boss of your stuff. You're the highest professional. If you work for somebody, you're also you're the MVP. You're the most valuable player, the most valuable person. Wheel of Fortune. You turned it all around. You turned all that negativity around. Then you realized your friends are also kind of negative. You were the positive one of your friends. Part of you felt like, these guys are also dragging me down. It wasn't just my relationship, it's also my toxic friends. So you got yourself out of there one by one, and now you're living a very memorable life. You have a very loving family close to you. You stay closer to your family than your friends now, and it's giving you back. You have things to defend, and you stood up for what was right. Then and now. All right, my pile 2. I love you. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Pile 3, those of you who chose the blades, there's going to be a reading here for how did your friends see you then, and how do they see you now? All right, let's get into it right away. How did Pile 3's friends see them then? And how do they see them? How do they see them then? Your friends saw you as a hard worker, but it could have been delayed before you got your big break. So they saw you cut corners here and there. Maybe your friends liked that you had money, but sometimes they could never know where you got it from. Maybe that's something to hold against you. You seem to be the wealthier of the group, but they would see you have money problems. Maybe they silently judged you on that, or maybe not so silently for some of you. It really hurt your feelings how you had to distance yourself from your friends who, they basically, some of your friends were well off. You were wealthy. They seen you as the wealthier, but they were like, oh man, what do you spend your money on, man? Like, they judged you extra for it. I'm seeing that somehow led you to a period where you turned them away, because they cared more about superficial things. I feel like you saw their selfish side come out. Maybe it was some situation where some of them, they used to give you some money and used to pay it back, but then all of a sudden they just talk shit to you. They made you feel small about it. I'm seeing you told them off, like, oh, come on, man, you're gonna be like this? Well, then fuck you guys, I don't need you. It was a really heartbreaking scene. But you realized somewhere along the lines that, you know what, if people's gonna treat me like this over money, then I'm gonna make money and I'm gonna just get away from here and I'm not gonna come back. Like, you saw them as very ungrateful because you were always there for them. When they needed money, you had them. But like, when one of your friends' status elevated a little bit, they started to stick up their nose and be really mean to the rest of the group. I'm saying you cut things off with these friends to be successful on your own. You didn't want to owe anyone your success. That's what I'm seeing. The key thing. People saw you as, towards the end of the friendship, they saw you get back on your feet, and they had a feeling you're not going to come back anymore. Yeah, I'm seeing you turn your back on them for good, because you realize that they're only going to weigh you down. If this is your support system, if this was your so-called support system, how long is it going to go like this? Maybe they've always been judging me and talking shit to me about me. Knight of Cups here. So, Knight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I feel like you were flirting with a business idea, or someone in business that gave you the idea to just get up and leave. Maybe you've traveled away from your hometown to boss up. So you're doing a lot of big things far away from the crowd. Okay. This is how your friends thought about you then, Pile 3. Let's see how they think about you now. Blades. Cut like a blade, so I guess you shaved them off. You went on a long journey and you put back into yourself with education and spiritual knowledge. Spiritual education. You came back with wisdom. Let's see. Pile 3. How did they see them now? How did their friends, Paltry's friends, old friends, see them now? The Tower, the Fool, Eight of Swords, Two of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the Empress. Okay, so people feel like you're a disruptor in the game. You disrupted their feelings. They thought you were gonna be a fool. They weren't sure that you would make it far without them. I'm seeing these same people that thought that are in their head now. They feel dumb. They feel dumb for saying that. You know, they feel like their head is in the sand. They said the thing to you, but you turned out to be very shiny now. You have enough. I'm seeing you've done charity work even. You've done things to give things to people, and when they came and reached out to you, you didn't really talk to them that much because you were so busy with your new life. I'm seeing you had a choice to make at one point, to marry somebody or to get closer to somebody. This could be the person from the earlier part of the reading who helped you in this workplace of yours. And ever since then, you've just been growing. Everything in your life has been blossoming. You feel like you're finding your fair share in life now because you worked hard. In that time when it shifted your consciousness and your spending habits changed, you started to be a little frugal. You changed. You were frugal with your time, and then you started to gain more respect for yourself. You started to gain financial literacy. You started to learn how to invest, and I'm seeing all of that paid off. Maybe in the month of March, a big thing happened for you, changed your life forever. I'm seeing that you are now, whatever you boasted about back then, you have the bragging rights now. So all of your friends see you as very shiny. You are in a league of your own now, and I'm seeing that they know that. When they found out, they were very shocked. They don't have anything to say. They're in their head now. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to face you. Those same friends that dissed you, they don't know how to face you because you're someone so creative, and you've always been that way. But the people that dissed you over money now, they don't know how to face you because they're really sad about things. Maybe they entered relationships where they got breadcrumbed, and now they're seeing you. You're with that same partner. You're with that same love interest, and all they can do is watch your relationship on social media, and you really made it. You did everything you said you were gonna do, and these people can only watch you from afar. They lost the chance to eat with you because they were very disrespectful. And what they did, they didn't deserve it. They didn't deserve a friend like you. And now they have to really watch you, be cool. They have to watch you have options. They're on the wall like this, sad, grumpy, holding their coin, and you're on the wall like this, juggling like, okay, am I gonna eat chocolate ice cream today, or am I gonna eat vanilla ice cream today? You have choices to do. They have to find ways to do even anything, They don't have any time anymore. They have jobs that suck the life out of them. Every day feels the same for them. It feels like hell, but they see you on social media or something like that. They see you wherever they see you. It may not be social media for you. It may be not social media for others. Maybe you drive around the same neighborhood, so you run into them. They see your car, you see their car, and it's basically the big dog knows who's the little dog. It's kind of like that now. That kind of a feeling. So, all right, pile 3. I love you. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Bye. Oh, pile 4. Those of you chose the coins. This is going to be your reading for how does your friends see then, and how do your friends see now? How do they see them then and now? Sorry about that, guys. Pile 4. How do their friends see them then? I feel like your friends used to see you. Maybe you were the friend that was always in a relationship. You used to juggle between your relationship and your friends. So I feel like your friends always saw it as if you put your relationship first and you put them on the back burner. It's kind of how you have to do it, right? I mean, kind of. But they saw you as very stable. They saw you as a very loving person, caring person. You were someone with a very good family life. You may have indulged with these friends. This used to be your drug buddies or something. You would drink or drug with them. Or you would obsessively watch TV. Some of you would like binge watch series and things and talk about, dating and talk about your relationship. I see. You two may have split up because of different schools, different colleges or high school. Your old friends, they just never saw you ever again after that. Or it could have been a money related issue that you don't know who took the money, and someone you just was like, you assumed it's this friend or something because guys had a background like that. So something happened where you may have had to cut off one of your best friends, and I feel like you just never saw them again after that. You didn't want the guilt of, is this person always going to think like this? You don't want the anxiety of, is this person always going to suspect me now? Maybe someone thought you took the money, but you didn't take the money. You just had to get out of there because you needed to change, because you wanted to change. Yeah, you needed to change and you wanted to change because something about your lifestyle together after your breakup, it might have been very stressful and it may have not really evolved much after that. So you thought that you had to do the best thing for your health, the best thing for your life, and you decided to go solo. You wanted to take this journey alone. You pushed your friends away because you knew it's what you needed at that time. You wanted to emotionally regroup, and you didn't want to sit and complain about it, or maybe there could have been a big fight about you complaining about it. But I'm seeing that, yeah, you wanted to leave your obsessive friend circle because you felt that your healing was in that direction, and they weren't really helping your case with it. I'm seeing they always try to put you in your head about stuff. They were the type of friends that they had your back when you were going through things, but here and there they try to guilt trip you like, oh, why are you not hanging out? We're not friends anymore. They used to say dumb, stupid shit like this. And they would bank on the fact that you had love for them so that you wouldn't leave them alone. But you realized that when you were alone, you developed the most. So you kind of also told them about it, like, yo, dude, you gotta like sit by yourself for a bit, like otherwise you yourself are not gonna heal. And they were like, oh man, that's bullshit, you just don't want to hang out with me. Like, they made all these excuses. All right, forget it, man. Your friends were toxic, and when you told them about why you think so, they were like brushing you off. So that's what they thought of you then. What did they think of you now, Pile 4? Let's see. Excuse me. Pile 4, what do their friends think of them now? Now that you've been gone. They feel like you've really evolved. You've tasted success. I feel like you have a lot of people that look up to you. Give me a sec, right? A lot of them are going through some issues of their own. Thanks for waiting. All right, so a lot of them are going through issues of their own concerning love. I feel like you don't sweat it anymore. Like, you don't sweat love like that anymore, but I feel like you're going towards a good relationship soon. You're saying goodbye to the players. You may have a passionate encounter very soon. You're keeping yourself open to love. You want to reserve your judgment and just keep your life stable. I'm seeing like that's the main focus here. Maybe you had to really divorce. I think that your wife back then was like a player, or your husband was a player, your partner was a player. The one that you had when you were still friends with your old group of friends. And I feel like you've tasted a level of notoriety. You have a good reputation. People are seeing that you've spiritually evolved. You don't make the same mistakes. You could be a Pisces or a Gemini here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, so they see the evolution. They're wondering, oh, do you have love problems? Because I do. Like, that's how like they're saying, like, your friends, they like you if you did hang out with them recently, you know that they may have a love problem. They wanted to vent to you, but I feel like you were kind of busy then. You told them to just leave the lifestyle behind, and you could make something of yourself. They were like nodding their head, but they didn't really listen. Like, they listened, but they didn't listen with their heart, right? They didn't listen to say, oh, maybe Muhib knows now, right? Maybe Muhib knows what I'm trying to do, right? Like, nah, they still don't want to take your advice about it, kind of. They want to complain about you, or they just wonder at night, man, is his life really that good? Is their life really that good? They wonder, is it? They feel really burdened without you. You were a very supportive friend, and they try to make you look like the enemy. They try to say you were dramatic about it, but I'm seeing you're just building your life, man. Justice and the Three of Pentacles. You feel like you finally have a position here where you... Sorry, my nose is itching, right? That's like a sign here. You really have a position where you're able to help people with your knowledge. Or maybe you're an attorney. Maybe you work in the courts. Justice system also. You help people calm themselves down. Temperance. You help people calm themselves down for a living, and you help people with their relationships. That's what I see you do. You're anything but dramatic. You're actually very conscientious about solving people's problems, and your friends used to have that for free, but they wanted to diss you and all this garbage, right? So they lost you, and I feel like they're seeing you be famous out there. Maybe like there's a billboard with your face on it somewhere, right? And they have to hold that you know, that was my friend. That's not my friend anymore. They want to apologize, but you don't fall for it. You could sense the desperation behind their apology. It's really sad, you know. It ended on a very negative note, but, you know, it has a good ending. Because the good ending is today, right? And today, guess what? You're living it up. The Hangman, Six of Wands, and the Lovers. Maybe right now, you may be single right now, but I feel like the Lovers is in your future here. The Lovers is in the future here after you close out a cycle. I'm seeing it could have to do with these friends, with these sneaky friends. Maybe a couple of them still linger around here and there, but you're trying to find out the way, right, to really cut the corners here, cut who you need to cut. And I'm seeing after you do that, there's going to be a lot of bliss in your life coming forward, all right? So they see that in you already. I'm seeing it in you right now. Take care, Pile 4. This has been another one. Pickapile.com, macechalices.net. I'll see you guys, all right? Love you. Bye.